Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Dell now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set! Panther 11! Panther 11! Ready, ready?
Stroud in the air to start us off. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready up! Here we go!
Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I gotta really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Ready! Set up!
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go!
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be touched down after a big play. They're set up at the 35 now.
Set!
1st and
Ready!
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready!
Stroud throwing here on first. Finding Collins. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
Ready!
From the red zone now. Connection made to Dell. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Go!
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has it down close. And in for the Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him.
18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go! Set go!
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ready, ready?
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Throw complete to Warren. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ready, ready.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Roll, roll. Ready.
Taylor off the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On the jump.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Check go.
Stroud off the play fake. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He saw exactly what the coverage wanted him to see. They ended up baiting him into that throw, and it's not only picked off, Brock, but returned for a touchdown, too.
Yeah, the good defenses in this league are trying to do that every single play, trying to deceive the quarterback. Make him look like he's seeing one thing, but in reality, got somebody waiting there to spring on the throw and start that return back for a touchdown.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Dell now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. and set, 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 12.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Ready, ready?
From the gun, Stroud. He put everything he had into this one. They connect on the deep shot. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. A quick second score for Brock already, and we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, hey, check that. Check that. Get up.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
Now a handoff to Taylor. Has the 1st and more past midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
10. Ready.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Crosses the 35. Room for more. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Check go.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
70 range.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here we
Brings
go.
up 2nd and 4.
60 Bobcat. 6 Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
Shotgun now, 1st round. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short game.
Complete to number 1.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
A gain of only a yard.
The Texans set to punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up to the 20 after the touchback.
Ready.
The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
This is Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They go again with Taylor. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Warriors 70. Tap. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Connecting on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Man in motion here.
Check go.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down.
Let's go now.
3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Getting out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
4th down.
So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Everly's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until until he sees it's up and good.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready!
A run here with Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning.
The pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Come on, set! Hut!
Taylor again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Carried by number 28.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. This one finds Taylor. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
To number 28.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Ready?
Here's 2nd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him. But you see, QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose. Ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Okay, ready?
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go!
Throwing now, following the turnover. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Colts are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
They'll take over.
Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Man in motion out of the slot.
Hut, hut.
Running right, this is Taylor. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
carried by number 28.
That's a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9
And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get you a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here we go, here we
They
go!
have themselves another 1st and 10.
Ready, ready?
Richardson now. On target to his man Taylor. He drives this down to the 8 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Here's Richardson. Taylor makes the catch. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Complete to number 20.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Shut up! I go! Hut!
Here's Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts take the the lead just before halftime. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts push their lead to 3.
20, Texans 17.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Dell now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Let's go now.
They send a man in motion.
Ready.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. He's going deep. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Incomplete.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up second down.
Tag. Ready.
He'll throw it. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Go.
He's back to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Colt watches the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
They give to Taylor, right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go. Set.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
No. Hut.
Here's a give to Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Ready.
First down throw here from Richardson. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded is the best movers and shakers, but Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
They send a receiver in motion right. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Handoff for Taylor. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Shut up.
Pittman sent in motion right. The give here on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now. Take go.
And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the run, so now they face 4th down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Sack. Hut.
You're going for it. He bats it forward on the quick touch pass. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
Texans 17.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. First and 10.
Ready.
Throwing is Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable and creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Stroud off the play fake. He fires one deep down the right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that require...
Touchdown, Houston! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Ready.
Backfield, and he gets the handoff.
Number 28.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 30.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Tiger, go!
On the draw, this is Taylor. Has the first and more, past midfield. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th.
On the double.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Check go.
Shotgun, here comes to Taylor. And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you
Here we
add them
go,
up,
here we go.
you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it'll do some serious damage.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Let's go. Check, Panther. Ready, ready?
Taylor trying the left side. And he will get into the end zone for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts make it a 9-point advantage. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
Texans 24.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Dell now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
At their own 40-yard
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Oh, he put some heat on this deep. That's cut at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Taylor gets it to the drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready, ready.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Throw complete to Warren. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Complete to number 87.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On the set.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go.
Straight ahead to Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling their running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Got it. Ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Come on. Come on. Set.
They'll send him over right.
Set. Go.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Alert. Alert. Set. Go.
Taylor on 3rd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? Importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Ready. Hot, hot.
They throw it out quick to the left. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Gets it on 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Ready.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here.
Get up.
They go again with Taylor. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They put downs in motion right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Colts only up by a few. Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6.
Cut 19. Cut that tight. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
Back to throw it. He's got it over the middle. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
He'll look to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. He picks up 48 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at
18
the
Rocky.
37-yard line.
19 Lion. Check go.
Back to throw. It is caught left side. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Hut, hut.
Setting up to pass. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that,
Let's go
it's
now.
on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hey, Smash. Ready, ready.
Throwing now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Ready?
Finds a man right side. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Texans 38.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line.
On the ready. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. Hot go. Ready.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.